Yeah, Dave. Their pitcher Alvarez seemed like he had a lot of success tonight with off-speed pitches, especially like in two strike counts. What was effective about what he was doing?
Well, we had our opportunities against him. He did get us out with that breaking ball. Um, give him credit for that, but that's all I'm going to give him credit for. We did it really. I just don't think we did a bad job with runners in scoring position. The bases loaded and one out, didn't score a run. Runner at first and second, two different innings and no outs, and did not score. Um, they did the opposite, and they're in the fifth. Couple of walks, drop ball on a tough play, and they took advantage of it. They drove people in.
Gackle, he got you through three innings or four innings, I think, with one run. He was going to a lot of three ball counts. What did you see from him in those first four innings? And then did you just feel like that's what got him there in the fifth?
Well, I saw some three ball counts, but I also saw 3-0-2 counts that he didn't get them out. And I don't think there were hits. They went to 3-2 counts, 0-2 to 3-2, a lot of pitches, nibbling, um, not much swing and miss. And yeah, he walked four. He walked two in the big inning, and that mix in a hit or two and a play that wasn't made in right field. It was a tough play, but it should have been made. And they score seven.
You got Gibbler out after 20 pitches. Does that make him available at another time this weekend?
Yeah, I would think so. I imagine he'll be ready to go tomorrow if we need him. I mean, like you said, he got one out and he threw 20 pitches and, you know, just uh, just didn't have very good stuff tonight.
Do you know who you'll start on the mound tomorrow?
Um, yeah, I think so, but I'm going to talk to coaches about it here in just a minute and then we'll put it out.
Okay. And then one more for me. You brought in Carson Brumbaugh to pitch for the first time this year at the end. I mean, has that been in the works for the last couple of weeks since he's been playing in the field, get him on the mound in the bullpen?
Yeah, he's thrown a few bullpens and we wanted to get him out there. I mean, he pretty much sat 94, 95. He threw a couple of nice changeup and a couple of nice sliders. Unfortunately, he got behind in the count, 2-0, gave up a ball off the wall. Um, yeah, I thought he threw the ball really well. It was good to see.
Okay.
Jackson, go ahead.
Hey Dave, you mentioned that play in right field with Stewart. What, from your perspective, just what makes that play a little difficult, and did it feel like a turning point maybe in the moment there, not coming up with it?
Oh yeah, it was a difficult play. When it was first hit, I didn't think he'd catch it. I mean, he's playing, normal depth, but he had to run a long way, and the wind was kind of pushing the ball down a little bit and right. Um, but he got to it, and then he was running full speed and it was low on him out front and he just didn't secure it. He didn't even really know that he didn't have it for a few steps. And we couldn't quite tell either. But yeah, it was a hard, excuse me, it was a difficult play. And, we didn't make it, in the top of the fourth, but another difficult play that we didn't make, ball that ended up being dropped in left field. It got to the base of the fence, jumped up, ball is in his glove, then it's out of his glove. And yeah, that's a difference, it's a fine line. But we scored a run, we gave it right back to him, and then obviously the fifth thing happened, and they were in complete control of the game after that.
It all kind of fell apart in the fifth there, but how big is that fourth inning too, where Ryder gives you the lead and you're not able to kind of get the shutdown inning and keep the momentum and keep the lead any longer than just a half inning there?
Yeah, it was that was disappointing. Again, ball goes, it's just a routine fly ball left, but the way the field plays, that big fence can rob home runs and give you an easy hit. And uh, Turner got to the fence. I don't know if he's right up against it, but when he jumped and caught the balls in his glove, then his glove hit the wall and the ball. He said that when his glove hit the wall, it knocked the ball out of his glove. So tough play, but a play that I know that he's athletic enough to make it, and he felt that way too. So it's difficult that we gave it back to him, but it's just one run. It was tied. I don't think it didn't hurt our momentum or really did it bother us? But obviously the bottom of the fifth did.
Gabe in that inning, they get the bases loaded with no outs and he holds them to a run. I mean, is that something like it feels like with him when he gets in those stressful spots, he just looks a little different. Is that something you have to try and pull out of him earlier in the game when there's no on, no out? I mean, how do you go about that as a coaching staff right now?
Yeah. I mean, he's always had a knack for getting out of those jams. It didn't happen in the fifth because there was some walks mixed in there. But uh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you put him back in the bullpen. We'll see.
Thanks, Dave.
Matt, you got anything else?
I do have one more. Ryder Helfrich seems like he's kind of turned a little bit of a corner here the last 3 or 4 games offensively for you. He's 3 for 3 with a walk tonight. What have you seen from him at the plate?
Just a great approach. I mean, using the whole field. I mean, think about his at bats tonight. He hits a home run opposite field. He absolutely smoked it out of the park. Hits another really, hard ball off that green monster. If it's a regular field, the ball might have carried out of the park. I don't know. And then he slapped a single to left, took a walk. Taking walks is big. So just a confident hitter. And we need a few more guys to step up and start doing what Ryder's doing, and that's competing a little harder at the plate. When you get a good pitch to hit, you hit it, you don't foul it off.